Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? Um, I usually give a little spiel before I start, kind of tell you how this works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. And I try to describe the picture the best that I can. There is always a reason for whatever they show or say. They do not waste their energy on fluff. So if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind because you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, oh, I know what she's talking about. This is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. So sometimes you have to stretch it outside the box a little bit. She won't give me a lot of details, but she should give me just enough so you know what she's referring to. She's thanking you. She's thanking you. She's thanking you. Let's see if it's, she's thanking you for thinking of her. She's thanking you for allowing her to speak. And she's thanking her for some of the things that you did towards the end of her life. She's showing me like a wicker basket, like there's a whole bunch of stuff in this basket that she's thanking you for, not any specific thing. Oh, now we stink at names, so I've asked him not to use names anymore, but she's mentioning a Charles. She's acknowledging a Charles. I don't know if that's somebody that would be up there with her or here. We're being a little vague. We're being a little vague, Dolores. Some people called her Dee. She says Nat. Nat is already seeing her. When people get closer to transitioning and they're more in a more relaxed state, they'll start seeing their loved ones, people that they knew, and their angel that's there waiting to comfort them and help them transition home. So he's seeing her. He's kind of ignoring her, but he's seeing her. She's just there for the comfort. So it's like she just kind of stands there. She's not showing that she's communicating with him. But he knows she's there. He's not wanting to believe she's there. And he also is not crazy about seeing her there because it scares him a little bit, shall we say, because he doesn't understand why he would be seeing her. She's basically there just to bring peace and love and comfort. She's not normally, they won't tell me. Like I had one lady come to me one time. She goes, well, I talked to God and he told me the exact day and the time I'm going to die. They don't do that because if they told me I was going to die in 6 months, well, I guess people do get that from a doctor, but you change your whole life. All of a sudden, you start doing things that you're not, you live your life different, and they usually don't want you to, only in those kind of circumstances, because they want you to experience your life like you're supposed to experience it here. I hope that makes sense. They do give people, like they tell them, you got 6 months to live. They do sometimes give them that opportunity to know. So you can change some things. Most of the time, you're not supposed to. He says she has been with Nick's dad, his mother, his grandmother, aunt on her side with a C name. He says those are not the only ones, but those might be some that you would kind of know of. That She said it's like a big party. It's like a big party. Everybody comes to greet you. She says all of the departed loved ones, all of the departed pets, even friends and associates, they they are all so happy to greet you when you transition to the other side. She said she was thrilled, absolutely thrilled. And she had no idea she would meet all those people again. And she's saying some kind of stick around close, and then others go off and do their thing, what they need to do to when we transition. I call it peeling like an onion. They peel the layers of this heavy crap that we hang on to. We kind of suck in that hate and that resentment and all those heavy energies and kind of sucks into us. It sticks like glue sometimes. So they peel that off of us so our soul gets light and bright and our spirit is vibrating and it's all about love. It's all about love. And she says, you all need to be all about love too. You should do it while you're here. She goes, I don't understand why they didn't teach us that. Why we aren't taught that we should be striving towards love. Not that new couch, not that new lamp. It's supposed to be about striving towards love and love, say it again, for your fellow man, for everybody, for all beings. And she's referring to my little sermon today on my life thing, to be of service to others. Don't be selfish. You have a beautiful soul, my dear. You kind of keep it covered up, but you have a beautiful soul that you need to let shine, let people see it. She wants you to be a little more vulnerable and allow people to see your light. She says, I didn't get that when I was here, not in the way we're supposed to get that. She could have been the most beautiful, loving person in the world, but she still feels like she didn't get it deep enough, like we need to. Okay, she says she does come to you, but she doesn't come in very strongly. She comes in very soft. I'm trying to get her to tell me why she doesn't come in stronger. She thinks you can feel her even though she's not coming in that strong. She's wanting, I don't want to say this. Well, this will fit right with this. A lot of times they'll ask me to pull a card, and so I shuffle. And these are my release cards. It's the ones I usually use, and I shuffle until she picks one out. So this is the card she picked out for you. Surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. Then she also pointed at the card trust. Trust that she's there. She can hear you. I promise you 1,000%. She can hear you. She can see you. So tell her, I don't feel you. Can you come in a little stronger? Can you touch me? Or something, anything. So she says she has. And it was like, I don't know how old you are. She said she tried to give you like a rush of warmth, of love, a loving warmth. So it might have felt like a hot flash or something like that, where your body just all of a sudden got warm. Your face might have even gotten red because she's making me feel like it was pretty strong. And I don't know. She's not saying if she's done it more than once. Or she decided that wasn't going to work and she hasn't done. Ask her. Sometimes we have to ask them and give them permission. Sometimes we have to invite them in. They're not, they don't just mamby-pamby go visit everybody like some people believe. But some of them do. But a lot of the times we have to ask them and give them permission. Let them know they're welcome. He says sometimes, like when you're at the kitchen sink, it doesn't always have to be the kitchen sink, but when you're at the kitchen sink and you're kind of aimlessly washing dishes and cleaning up, that there might be a song that comes on somewhere in the house, something that makes you think of her, or something pops in your head and makes you think of her, or you hear her name, even if somebody else is saying it and it's not even about her in particular, but the same name, those are still her connecting with you. So she just wants you to pay a little more attention. She says she has, just not in a big, strong, forceful way. Nick's dad says, he says, this isn't really my reading. This is hers. I'm giving this to her. But I just want to step forward and tell you how proud I am of you. Proud I am for how hard you work. Proud of how you try to keep the family together. Proud of how when life knocks you down, you get back up, sometimes kicking and clawing and screaming in your silence because you don't usually let it be known to the other people. But he's very proud of the way you've handled yourself. He's hoping he had a little bit to do with that when he was here, but he also feels like he contributed to maybe some painful things. He wants you to know that you still have a long ways to go. He means in this life. You are going to make an amazing impression in this world. Maybe not on TV, like king of some country, not that kind of thing, but in the people you touch, in their lives, the people that watch you and admire you, and he admires you. He's saying chip off the old block. He says, not really. He's doing a much better job of it than I did. He's talking to me. You're doing a much better. Nick is doing a much better job of it than he did. He feels like. And I'm always watching over. And I'm going to hand it back to I'm going to hand it back to Mom before she gets mad. All right, so she's this card. She says, trust yourself. She says, when you're doing the dishes, or let's say making the bed and smoothing the bed spread out, when you're just randomly doing mundane tasks, especially around the house, what she wants you to think of as you're doing it, because we all kind of numb out when we're doing that stuff most of the time anyway. What she wants you to think of is, what could I do to make somebody else's life better today? What could I do to make someone smile today? What can I do? It's like helping a little old lady across the street type of thing. That's me. She says, we start making a story out of it. Like, even though there's not that real situation there yet, she wants you to start thinking, well, say so-and-so's in a wheelchair and I could push her to someplace down the street she wants to go, or whatever story you want to start thinking of, whenever you're doing those mundane tasks, she wants you to start thinking of what you could do to give back to others, to make their life better, to make them smile. Because she says, in turn, that's going to lighten you up. That's going to make you bright. That's going to make you feel better. That's going to make your light shine brighter. And that's going to bring rewards to you like you would have never imagined. When you start doing those types of things and having a pure heart, not that you don't, but when you start doing those types of things, blessings just come in, washing, I get in trouble for saying washing in from the universe, and you will be totally blessed. And everything around you will fall into place as long as they're not messing up their little jobs that they need to do here on earth. You can't stop that, but a lot of things will fall into place. So she says ironing. Who irons anymore? But she did, I'm sure, back in the day. So if you would, like I said, just washing dishes, just start thinking, I wonder what I could do for so and so. Maybe I could just send her a text message and say, you're a beautiful person. I hope you have the brightest day ever. You are loved. Maybe do things like that. Once, once you start doing those things, she said it's the energy of it you do for others, it's going to be done for you. It's kind of like a chain reaction. It's going to be done for you, and you will be blessed more than you know. She loves you all very much. She watches out for you in kind of a quieter way. But like I said, ask her. Ask her to be a little stronger. Ask her to make herself known more. She will do what she can. But watch for those other feelings that she was talking about, so you'll know when she is there. Ed waving, love you, proud of you. He says, but I know when to shut my mouth. And with that, they're going to leave. There's many more of them. There's quite a few of them there with them. And at least what they've shown me is they don't all stay together. Just because they greet you doesn't mean they all stay together 24 hours a day, which they don't have any clocks or calendars. There is no time up there, but they run in and out. But they're all leaving now and going back to where they're supposed to be. And they're all sending their love. A whole bunch of them, the whole bunch of them sending their love to you and hoping that you can feel that energy. Okay, much love to you, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See you later. Don't forget to spread that love. Believe me, it will come back. She is right. I love some of the messages that have been coming through lately from our departed loved ones. It's so true.